Well, I was obviously we were in this house here. We were opposite the Dancehall over there, but of course you couldn't get into. I'm talking about the band that was popular then. It was a band called Kemp Minutes Time and Jack Madigan's band, and he had a great singer. That was a time of crooning and kind of that kind of thing. I remember I saw would be about 16. I was always thinking about, oh gee, I'd love to be going to the dances, like you know. And when I eventually did get to dances, like you know, it's kind of a. Remember the priest was always there, and if you were dancing very close, he'd kind of come up and he'd put his hand like to kind of widen the gap a bit, like, you know? And I'd be kind of like a leech glued to a kind of a rock, like, you know? It kind of, I think his father mine, he was always with it. He wouldn't say anything, he just gave the two hands moving the part.
And would it all have been Kilmahill girls, or would people have travelled?
Oh, no, it would be most, people would have travelled in Coora Clare and all that, like, you know. That's why I think that's a movie that was made at that time, and I'd love to see it. I'm always trying to get it. Was the Ballroom of Romance?
Yes.
And it certainly depicted the right times in the late 40s and 50s of fellas taking with girls in the handlebar, which actually happened. I mean, that was definite. People used to do that, like, you know, the girl in the handlebar or the crossbar and taking her to the dance hall, like, you know, and that's how it was. I mean, that was a fact of life. And then the girls on one side of the hall and the fellas on the other side of the hall. And when the dance started, I was always rushing across, like, you know. And then another thing that caused a lot of trouble was the excuse me dances. You could be dancing with a girl and fellas come up and say excuse me. Then you'd nearly be ready to give them a belt of a fish, like, and there'd be lots of fights start over that, like.
And was that kind of a cop out for her if she decided?
Well, she wouldn't be too happy if she was dancing with a nice looking fella. She was happy with him. Some fella with a squint in the eye. Excuse me.
Well, was it manners to go with the next fella?
Oh, it was, yeah.
You had to kind of.
Well, it was, yeah. It was gone manners, like, you know. It was if the girl didn't agree with it, that they were kind of